The real world as we know it is now a distant memory. Somehow or other, we've been thrusted into a combination of so many different worlds. How will we adjust to the fluctuating ecosystems? Should we even bother to engage with other peoples and civilizations? Or should we leave each other to fend for ourselves? And how will the creatures of past, present, and fiction, who defy imagination, react to each other and to us? These are questions we must answer for our safety as well as theirs. Potato, 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 I am a mountain! Hooga! Our first topic is something that paleontologists have wanted practically since the first prehistoric animal was discovered. A diplodocus passed away in the night, but through its death, an army of surgeons, paleontologists, and naturalists is sought to perform an autopsy to learn more about this animal's life. This, however, was by no conceivable means an easy task. It was next to impossible to move an animal this big into the lab. They had to carry out the operation there and then. At the very least, a lot of paleo legends got to meet each other and hang out. Zoologist Nigel Marvin states, "It was really an honor getting to work with all these wonderful people. Oh, oh, Dr. Darnase was there, and Dr. Scott Hartman. He's done a lot of work on Tyrannosaurs, like Tyrannosaurus, and Utyrannus, and Neotyrannus, and Steve Irwin was there. Even veterinarian Suzanne McNabb, Vet Suzanne from Prehistoric Park, you may remember her. It really was a joyous occasion. All of us getting to work on something we could really only dream of until now. It took hours just to get through the height of the sauropod, and even then, the belly ribs got in the way. This is something all dinosaurs have to aid them in breathing and protect their bellies. At least one surgeon tried to go for the let me see here. Oh, um, cloaca. Yeah, the cloaca. That's what it's called. Oh, nothing more, nothing less. Only to eventually come across a giant killer tapeworm, along with many other parasites. The parasites killed him before the others could intervene. Eventually, a bunch of scavengers showed up, and the team had to retreat. But they'll be back after a while to, to discover more about this amazing animal. Next up, we have a slew of terrifying encounters. We Homo sapiens have a decent number of encounters with dangerous creatures and entities over the years of the Ripoff world. One of the most gruesome this week coming from a Hatzegopteryx who attempted to swallow an 18th century woman whole, only for said woman to retaliate by literally cutting her way out of its throat with a knife. Oh boy. Next two encounters are from the humanoid genus Chiratodo, Kira, Kirato Draco, or Afropagus. Yes, Kirato Draco Afropagus is, I don't know, bad dragons. That's what we call it. Reports flooded in of dragons crashing in a wedding by snatching one of the groom's best men. The the queer eater I'm dyslexic. Is the quiet the queer this script is trash. And the two bridesmaids. We also have a report on an attack on the summer camp Camp Dareway, where they snatched a total of 5 people and wounded 2. According to the sole survivors, Eddie Murphy, them 2 males and 1 she-grumman were only pushed back when the camp banded together to defeat them in a shouting contest. As you can probably guess, we've reached a point where even our pagan neighbors have launched a campaign to burn a dragon on a stake, hailing it as a demon. There is, however, a spot of good news. For the past 6 months, we've had a worldwide drought here in the Eastern Hemisphere. But now I'm happy to report that America is now a tropical rainforest. Abandoned cities and villages is have is are now once again part of the environment. A bystander exploring even came across a unicorn who was later killed by a smilodon or saber-toothed cat. Last but certainly not least, we have a Neanderthal man, an early intelligent species of human who was recorded being attacked by some other kind of humanoid creature. The recording was blurred and in the dark, but when we increased the brightness and contrast of the image, we see that this man was protecting his daughter or another tribe member from some kind of pitted green rabbit man-like creature. Fans of the mobile horror game franchise Five Nights at Freddy's have immediately seen the similarities be- between this creature and the character Springtrap, an animatronic suit who possessed by the spirit of a serial killer who died inside the suit. But this looks far more akin to a man in a regular hand-stitched bunny suit. We had we've been asked to hold off any major details, as they are few and far between, and could be reserved heard for another study or something. I don't know. I don't get into that stuff that much. Sh- sh- And besides, we finally reached the end of today's podcast. This last. See you next week for more exciting and terrifying explorations into the rip-off world. Stay safe. I'm coming on.